Ladies and gentlemen, this content is brought to you by Prize Picks, the leader in daily fantasy sports. It's super easy to play. All you got to do is go there, prizepicks.com, download the Prize Picks app, whatever you want to do, and you choose 2 to 6 players, and they're going to give you projected stats. All you have to do is choose more or less on those projected stats. For example, right, we're all NFL fans here. We love the Cowboys. I'm going to most likely pick more on Dak Prescott passing yards. Also, as an Eagles hater, if I see Jalen Hurts interceptions, I'm always going to assume that he's going to throw more than what they are projecting him to throw. And you can win 2, 5, 10, 50, 100 times your money. The more players that you select in that lineup, the more you can win. And it's not just football. They got baseball, MMA is year-round, basketball will be coming up soon. And if you're a gamer, they even got Counter-Strike. And next Tuesday, the NBA starts and Prize Picks has another free play for you. On October 22nd, the Timberwolves play the LA Lakers, and all you got to do is pick Anthony Edwards, and if he gets 1 point, that's a win for you. You pick 2 players, Anthony Edwards is one of them. All he has to do is score 1 point. That is a W for you. So let me save you some money. Voch says this. I'm gonna walk you through this slowly, okay? You download the Prize Picks app, okay? You use code VOCH, V-O-C-H, VOCH, all right? And let's just say that you deposit $10, all right? You go make you a little lineup and you play $5. When you play 5, Prize Picks will give you 50 instantly. Play 5, they give you 50. They just want you to play some more. You can't beat that with a stick. Use code VOCH, V-O-C-H, VOCH, all right? Prize Picks, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, the leader in daily fantasy sports.
We don't do those things you said. I would like for us to do more of it. But he said those are the bread and butters. So I said, okay, let me go look at some of these players. And I know this is the worst game to take a look at, but I just wanted to. And I wanted to bring my offensive line kind of sore on here, Voch. So let me set this up real quick if I can and make sure. Boom, we got the film up. So we're going to give y'all a little bit of somebody said toss to Zeke. They do be running toss to Zeke. What are y'all thinking? We're gonna get a little film going with Voch and just take a look at some of these plays, break down the O-line, break down the concepts, the whys, the hows, if it makes sense. If it doesn't, then I want to take a look at how the Lions do some things. So this play, Voch, you had broke down on your channel. This was the very first run of the game, and I love how you broke it down. Everybody kind of just got whooped and didn't do nothing right on it. So I'll let it play real quick. We're running back and kind of just get your thoughts on this whole situation. But this was the first play of the game for, 1 yard?
Yep.
First of all, my fault. First of all, I don't get the motioning in Tolbert here for Tolbert to do absolutely nothing. Number one. So there's that. But go ahead, Voch. Kind of break this down if you can.
I think, Scott, to your point, I do think we waste blockers on people that they shouldn't be blocking. And I hate how much that they're putting on the tight ends play, right? Like the tight end is sometimes blocking people they have no business blocking. Now, not in this situation,
right?
This
situation, this is what you want. You want Ferg out here on a linebacker. He can do that. That's not a problem.
Big picture wise, right? We block defensive ends too much. But if you come back here, everybody just kind of take turns not being dominant enough or not, controlling blocks or whatever. Terrence Steele is on the outside there. He's gonna try to lead off on Hutchinson there, but Hutchinson too powerful on the inside, get control, and he's gonna cut that edge off, and that's gonna make Rico bounce back inside. Now that's cool because this thing is built to bounce back inside sometimes. But if everybody on the inside don't have control neither, it is kind of bad. Zach is getting control. TJ Bass kind of going for a ride there. Our guy BB's not doing very well with his climbing leverage right now. So the inside is turbulent. The inside is not safe. So the biggest block here, and mind you, Ferguson, fantastic block from him on the outside. We ain't talking about him.
Yeah.
But this Terrence Steele block, right, which ain't terrible, but it starts off with him. And once everything gets cut back inside, then Zach becomes the most important block. Because that's how zone works. You just kind of go down the line there. Then Zach becomes the most important block. He got whooped. All right, let me work around Zach. Oh, BB didn't block? Okay, cool. Let me go the other way. Oh, Bass going for a ride? All right, cool, bet. And nothing gets accomplished here.
Yeah, this has been my gripe with how we run things and Cooper Beebe. Cooper Beebe is playing a new position. So, he gets a lot of rope and leeway to develop. But my issue with how we run these kind of combo concepts, these get to the second level concept, when Beebe has to deal with the guy right over in front of him and then get to the second level. He's been poor. I hate to say it, but it has not been good. And this happens right here, right? All right, we're comboing down. It's not a bad combo block, but like you said in your video, you can't let this gentleman just go free. Somebody has to stay on this dude. And then so when BB tries to get to the second level, he can't. And that just adds and compounds to the situation that's happened already play side. Because in zone, like you said, we're reading, and if we got running backs in here, you guys know this. We're reading, all right, we can go C, B, or we're going to come back A. And if it's a wide zone, you can even come backside B, right? And I bet we don't have this out here because he gets turned. And we can't run right in front of him because Zach Martin gets pushed. So now I'm looking backside. Well, backside, there's nothing there either. So he's just trying to get what he can get green grass, and he only gets 1 yard.
But Scott, run this back though. I just want us to just kind of play a little game passively. I want you to count how many guys that we have to block and count how many blocks we have to block them.
Got you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 5.
5 and 6. So that's
6. I'm sorry, 6 because of Ferguson.
And then if you add Tolbert, you know what I'm saying? So now there's like 7 verse 8. I mean, 7 verse 8.
Yeah, that's why I don't like bringing Tolbert in here because if he's doing nothing. If you're going to bring Tolbert in, Tolbert has to haul ass, in my opinion. He has to haul ass and take this dude the hell out, or take him out if he can. But he can't just get here and go, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what's going on here. So, this just makes no sense here. What you want Tolbert to do is get up here on top of Jack Campbell, which that's a dumb situation anyway. Tolbert on Jack Campbell ain't happening, sir. But just a mess. And that's the problem for me with this line all year. It's been a mess in what they're asking them to do from like a duo approach, a combo block approach. They have not been good at it, Voch.
Doomed from the start, sir.
Yeah. This next one, and this pisses me off. Number one, shotgun runs with Ezekiel Elliott. Just you just got to stop it. Just stop this madness, this nonsense, and this shotgun stuff. Now the reason why I want to pull this play up, first of all, zone read option with Dak Prescott and Zeke is hilarious. Okay, for two different reasons. Dak ain't running.
Yep.
Dak ain't running. Even though Hutchinson is playing it, it's not happening. But my question to you, Voch, is this here. Look at BB's, look at what he does here. He's kind of reaching play side, which that seems weird to me because now you're inviting this guy to come inside and destroy that play. So is this part of the scheme, you think, or is this just kind of a communication misunderstanding from Cooper Beebe? Because I don't get why you would try to reach here and invite this lineman play side. That's weird to me.
Beebe should probably be a little more even with him or whatever, but he's attacking that front side shoulder as if he thinks that Zach's going to be behind him. And look, Scott, this is another issue that we had on another play that we was talking about, right? Do some of y'all think we run an inside zone and the rest of y'all think we run it wide?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is everybody on the same page here? BB's blocking this 3-tech, this 1-tech, like he's expecting help to come.
Facts. I need him to be here, right, on the inside shoulder. And then if he wants to help here and get up, climb up TJ Bass, that's fine, because now I get Zach Martin to take this. He's sealed, and I have an alley, or I have the cutback if I'm Zeke, right? So I got the cutback here, which he's going to try to do, or I have this alley, but he has neither, and he tries to make the cutback, but Hutchinson's not having it here, and then BB doesn't help. His guy helps slow it down. So, just again, there's nothing creative here. There's no motion to it to hold a backer. There's nothing. It's just stagnant zone read with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, and then piss poor blocking up front. How is this helping your offense?
And if Dak's not gonna run, then you got five guys trying to block 6.
Yeah,
and Dak never runs, so I'm assuming
Dak never runs. No,
that's 5. That's 5 guys trying to block 6.
All right, let's see how this one goes here. I kind of forget where this goes. I think this is. Oh, okay. This is where it actually could have worked, but we were looking at this backstage. So this is what looks like initially. We were talking about this. It looks like initially zone. It is zone, but wide zone based off of these guys here. But then I look at Terrence and his step. I don't necessarily see that, because if it was wide zone for me, in my opinion, with Terrence, I think Terrence is stepping out a little bit wider. So maybe they're still running an inside zone type concept. So I need you to explain to me, Voch, this block right here is what bugs me the most. We talked about it. Take a look at this. I see this a whole lot with the Cowboys. A whole lot. Why are TJ Bass and Tyler Smith stacked on each other right here? Number one. Right? Then number two, why on God's green earth is Luke Schoonmaker one-on-one with Aiden Hutchinson?
Never a good idea. Never a good idea.
Just kind of break this one down. Explain it to me, Voch, what you're seeing here.
So if you just look at the combos here, right? If you just look
combos,
at like,
here we go.
So let's look at Zach and BB right now. Zach is leaving BB alone to deal with this one tech backside. So in my mind, this looks like what a wide zone would be, right? Because he's not looking backwards. He's just only moving forward. He's moving wide. I'm like, all right, cool. And the only reason Zach would have a down guy is if that end crosses Terrence's face and he kind of doesn't or whatever. So Zach is going to peak and then Zach is going to climb. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's wide. But if you look at what Bass is doing, if it's wide, Bass shouldn't get caught on this block.
Right.
Bass is kind of lingering here. He's kind of stuck here. If you watch the Lions long enough, they'll actually shove people into the other block and just leave.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like they'll be like, hey, I'm not going to get stuck on this block. I'm not going to hang around. I'm just going to shove them into you and then just go. Bass should not be lingering on this block too long. And I feel this way because Tyler Smith is blocking like he's trying to overtake the block. Like he takes a wider step to reach and try to overtake the block. So if I'm Bass, and in real life, this could be a pre-snap thing. Like, man, Tyler is such an athlete. Man, go ahead and get this dude and just let me climb or whatever. That's something that offensive linemen can talk about pre-snap. But Bass is just latched on and he's hanging on, and that's not a good way to get to the linebackers there. And if your linebackers are skating free, then your run play doesn't stand a chance. So if half of y'all wide blocking, half of y'all duo blocking, inside zone blocking or whatever, then it's not going to harmonize perfectly and your linebackers get to run free.
And that could be not having the continuity, but I'm with you. I feel like in this specific play, and actually Bass has an advantage. He has a leverage advantage. He has
the perfect leverage in this offense where they never give the offensive line the perfect leverage.
There's no way he should be head up here. He should be stepping this way deep. Maybe you help a little bit with the hand, right? Reach out with the hand and allow Tyler Smith to get here so that if you're stepping here, now I can get up this way. And if he gets up here and now low key, Zeke might have a chance to go ahead and hit this alley. Because when you're doing a zone read like this, not a zone read, but the read for the running back in this type of zone, you're looking at the linebacker, right? You're reading, and usually in the Y zone, you're reading the backers. This is kind of quasi-Y, quasi-duo, whatever. But if he actually gets up here, he has a lane to just cut this way. But there's nothing there because it gets mashed, right? So now we're cutting back. And Zeke does the right thing. He cuts back. Oh, one-on-one with Schoonmaker. That's never a good thing. And we only get a couple yards. So, again, just sloppy, just weird play up front, and inserting a backup guard to me is not the fix.
No.
Now, is this which one is this? Okay, another kind of zone read, even though I hate to calling it because these dudes don't do it. This is actually more of a duo. And this is likely duo, correct, Voch? Where you got, okay, we're going to double here. I'm going to get up. We're going to double here. And I'm going to get up, right? And now it's up to the running back. We're reading play side, defensive tackle. All right, bet. Where's that? Now he's taking care of where this linebacker going to go. So the linebacker plays the outside, but here's the green. In my opinion, I'm not trying to be nitpicky here. Come at Zeke for those that, oh, you guys are crushing Zeke. Just plant your foot and go. Just go. Especially when you're not going to see too much of that, right? Just plant your foot and go. And I'm guarantee you he gets more than 3 yards. Instead, Zeke plants his foot and cuts it inside where there's trash, sticks his head down, and I think we get about 3 yards here. Where honestly, if he just keeps his trajectory this way out here, I'm pretty sure he gets it. Now, on the backside situation where this kind of combination block here, Voch, we were talking about this. Terrence hooks, right?
Sure.
like you want, but he gets pushed too far into Zeke.
Yeah.
Am I wrong in thinking that if Terrence kind of held ground, say like right here, there would be that lane where Zeke can kind of cut it up? Mm-hmm. Am I wrong there, or is just Terrence got the hook and he did correct? To me, it seemed like he got pushed a little bit further inside.
Yeah, you never want to get pushed to where the lanes close and condensed and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, Zeke should just find 73 and go. In real life,
because that's a great turn there by your boy. He kind of hooks him here.
Find 73. And honestly, the pressure that Terrence gives up kind of makes you go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like that I won't say loss from Terrence, but that loss from Terrence kind of forces you to go front side. So I don't know what Zeke is thinking about here, but we finally got the numbers to block it. We finally got the bodies out there to deal with it. And I think we actually blocked this up pretty decent relative to what we normally do. 15 just got to get there.
Yeah, I think, again, when you're doing these duo type situations, it usually gives you a couple way goes, right? And I think the two-way go is right off of the hip of Tyler or right down the A gap, right? And instead he kind of takes the B, and there's just trash there, it's just trash there. So
why would he go there, man? What are you doing? What's wrong with this guy?
It's actually a good run play. Granted, you only get like 5 yards, but we'll take it. I see them do this often, where it's just everybody's just going to mash the middle of this. They're just all just going to mash down in the middle of this. I don't even know what the hell you call this. Maybe you can help me here, but look at it.
We used to call this we used to call this wedge blocking. This was it's kind of like tush push blocking. We just block the most inside gap and just go. But I don't know why the hell they're doing it right here.
Well, and then he gets up. I believe he gets up here, Tyler. Yep, he does. So it's actually blocked up really well. And, one of the things that they tell you as a running back is, slow to go, fast through it.
Yep.
Slow to the hole, fast through it. And this is a good job by Rico doing that. I mean, I think Zeke does that in general, trying to, slow to the hole, try to get fast through it. He just ain't as fast as he used to be. So slow to the hole, right? Let it set up, makes a nice jump cut. Gets downhill, gets some green, and we get 5. So this actually was a really good play here. But as you can see with the Lions, they're aggressive, right? So if you show them this type of action, look at these linebackers. They're squeezing because you're squeezing. So they're reading the keys of the linemen. So if they're going to squeeze, the linebackers squeeze. This is why I think you could have set them up in this game. And we're going to show you when we take a look at the Lions how you can. So this is actually a good run here. Not saying I would do this type of situation all the time, but neither here nor there. And then this final run, just again, for the life of me, I can't understand why you run
5 or 6
zone read. Yeah, and there's that again too, right? You run a zone read with Dak and Ezekiel Elliott. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Against 5. And let's be real, you're not playing 11-on-11 ball with Dak, right? If this is what's his name? Lamar Jackson? You're playing 11, you're playing 11-on-11 ball. But watch how they play it. They play like the Cowboys played Lamar Jackson and they were supposed to. And it's the scrape exchange technique, which means he's crashing regardless. He does not care about the running back or about the quarterback. I'm playing the running back, and he's going to fill an exchange in his gap and play just in case Dak happens to take off. So here we go. Here he is crashing. He does not care if Dak pulls that ball. And watch, is this Jack Campbell?
Yep.
Scrapes over top. If Dak keeps it, the play's over. It's dead, right? Yep. And of course, there's nothing Zeke can do about that. So this is, you can't really come at Zeke for this play. But for the life of me, this is a wasted play. Dak Prescott is not going to run the ball out of this play, and teams are not scared of Ezekiel Elliott. They'll let you, all right, Zeke, you grab the ball and get what, 2 yards? You got no yards. So just don't like to see it right there, Voch. And if you want to talk about the blocking here, you can. I don't know. The blocking wasn't the issue for me. It was just the play call in general.
And in real life, if that's how they want to play it or whatever, you then have to make the adjustment, and we'll call it base blocking or whatever. So we'll add a tight end next to like Terrence or something. I don't know. And then it'll be like Tyler versus that end Bass will get that 3, BB will climb to that linebacker, Zach will get that 3, and then Terrence will climb to that linebacker. So we'll basically turn this into, okay, well, if that's how y'all gonna play our quote unquote read option look, then we're just gonna go 6 for 6 and just base block y'all. That's what we should do. But Cowboys ain't tough, man. Cowboys
and if you add a little creativity to it, hey, maybe if we get a jet sweep right here, this will hold this defensive end, right? This will hold this linebacker, right? And now Zeke has a lane up front, but no, we're stagnant, ladies and gentlemen. If you get the jet sweep, right, at the snap, a jet sweep, I guarantee you he's on hold. He's on hold. And now Zeke has nothing but green grass here, but we don't do that. We get stagnant. Now,
also, Scott, what happens if you run counter to the left at this end and this linebacker while they doing that? We get a wide open look. If that's what you're gonna be doing, like if I see you on film doing this, I'm running counter at that defensive end. I'll even line up with Zeke on that side and just be like, hey, just take counter from this side, and I'm gonna run Zach into that end, and we then take Terrence to pull and block this linebacker over here to the left. If he's gonna get out the way like that, we just gonna run where you just came from.
Yeah.
But, Cowboys don't want to adjust and do nothing smart.
So I wanted to take a look a little bit, and we'll kind of get through this a little quicker.
I don't know nothing.
Little time frame here. Look at some of the Lions. Now, this is why I emphasize wide zone. That's why you see the most successful, in my opinion, offenses emphasize it. San Fran, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota. Wide zone is their base, and then they're able to build off of that within run game schemes and the pass game scheme. But I thought this one was really cool. And it was basically, it's a wide zone play. Everybody's going to step out. This is 6 offensive linemen on this side, by the way. Everybody's stepping out, but he's going to hook this guy, and Laporta's actually going to fill backside B gap and take care of, I believe that's Damone Clark. And look at the Grand Canyon size lane. Okay, wide zone. So what happens in wide zone, and teams running a whole lot, your linebackers have to be aggressive in their flow. They have to be. So they're aggressive in their flow. Here comes Laporta, backside B. Look at that damn lane, brother.
It's so smart. Scott, I've never seen this done like that before, but it makes sense.
So creative, man.
Makes sense.
That's so creative. And as we get going here, and I'll go back and I'll show you, another thing you'll notice about the Lions and what they do, the Cowboys traditionally line their running backs under center about 7 yards. It's 7 yards in the backfield. The Lions are 8. Why is that important, Sky? Well, number one, it gives your offensive line more time to set up the blocks before the ball's even put in the belly. Bow. The ball's put in the belly. Look where the line's at. The line is already, the block's already setting up, and you still got time. You still got more. You have more added time for the running back to find green grass, and you'll notice that a lot here. Those guys are set up 8 yards deep. The Cowboys are set up under center 7, and when they're not under center, it's like 5 yards because it's shotgun.
And then some of us, Scott, what I love about that is that your tight end doesn't have to block edge dudes, because how many times have we seen your tight end have to block some edge and they just get whooped by the edge and it just blows up the whole play. Now put the tight end where they should be blocking people and just break the rule for this one tackle. Don't put him on the same track as everybody else and just let him block that edge guy. I love it.
Here we go. More type of zone, wide zone type looks. Again, what does wide zone do when that's your base? You got these linebackers having to flow immediately. That's the whole point of this thing. You want these guys flowing. You want this defense, everybody flowing one way so that we can have this backside Grand Canyon size lane for your running backs. And when your running backs are 8 yards deep in the backfield, you have time for it to set up. You go look at when the Cowboys are getting the ball handed off, the line ain't getting no type movement because they're not running a specific style and they're not getting any push in general. And then obviously we don't get no tackling. So it's a touchdown, right? Terrible. So now we done set you up, right? We done ran a whole bunch of wide zone stuff. Well, guess what's coming up next again, right? Wide zone, right? Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to run this zone, right? Nope. I absolutely love this because it looks, we're reading our keys. Voch, look how in sync these motherfuckers. Look at this offensive line.
Yep.
Everybody's in sync.
Board drill.
It looks once again like we're running wide zone. And what happens when it looks like that? Everybody starts flowing that way. Backside. Now you just created 2 lead blockers. But the key here is look how Jared Goff sells the play action. Look at the counter right here. This is actually not wide zone. It's going to be a counter. And look at all this space and opportunity. First of all, he's not touching this guy. So you just keep running outside. And I got blockers.
And his dudes over there. His dudes over there to help.
I got numbers. Now I'm getting a big play. So like the Lions show you really how this thing could be done. And if you think I'm lying, if you go back and look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards deep. Right? They're 8 yards set up here. Same thing. 8 yards set up in the backfield. 8 yards. Same thing. 8 yards. When you go look at the Cowboys, this is a run play.
Zeke like he blocking.
This is a run play. Now he's 7 yards. That's normal. That's standard. But this is a run play.
We need Linehan. We need Scott Linehan.
Now remember how I showed you where the line was before the ball got put in the hands of the running back?
Sure.
Look what the ball's handed off to Rico Dowdle. Your line hasn't even moved a yard from where they're supposed to be.
They're moving backwards. They're moving backwards. Sky, man, it's depressing, dog. This made me sad, man.
But sometimes you gotta give the people a dose of reality, right? And again, this may be me just fanning over Ben Johnson and the offensive line coach Hank Fraley over there in Detroit, but give me that over what we do here in the ground. So